Hello, all good? Alright. Hello viewers, this is Kirby here. Not doing a full game today, just first couple overs. Welcome to the Beast versus White Walkers. Quick summary: White Walkers are travelling really well. Lost their last game. Lost their last game. Got done, but um, is it Beast? It's a must-win game for the Beast. I mean, with the lineup that they have, they really should be winning games. Um, they are my ex-teammates, um, but everyone in that team are absolutely great blokes, and I wish them well. As Stevie plays that for four, first ball, Anuj bowling from the pub end. But yeah, so it should be a good game. As Stevie plays that with soft hands, Anuj has been one of the better players uh, for the for the Beasts, both bat and ball. As that one stays a little bit low with Stevie playing that well. Um, just need support from Mr. Ramji and Sumit. Muj's been up and down ever since been traded in. I play with Muji out on cricket. I've played with him for a little while now. Great bloke, great player. Just needs to kick on a little bit. He's got plenty of talent. As Anuj comes in, and Divi plays that, leaves it onto his body. So good start, 9 for 4 off one over. As he'll see with the gloves. So Lockie's bowling uphill. Does ball quite rapid downhill, but a bit of variance in the bounce when you're bowling uphill. I think he's trying to expose that. So Danuka's on strike here against Lockie from that church end. And we were just speaking about it before. A variable bounce down that end. Same ball, same line, and that one's carried through to Hilsey. So he's bowling a good line so far. Danuka's just got to be a bit more patient here. And he leaves it really well. Danuka plays the front foot balls pretty well, so it'll be an interesting contest. As he plays that really well for one run. Danuka leaves another one, so the boys are cheering him on after his first run in a little while. As Mudge stops it for a leg by, and it's ended the over. So 9 for 5 of 2 overs. Good start. So shout out to the Muno boys that are watching, or that will be watching at some point. Got a couple with me today. We got Pezza next to me. Got his Mrs. AK in the background. We got Shelvin watching as well. So good crowd in. So Beast line up with Mr. Ramji, Muji, Lockie, Samit, Mark, save your legs, and Runzi. With his traditional Chicago Bulls top. More specifically, Jacob Noah. So Divi hits another one for a single. As he plays it really well. Played the game before against IEOs, and he scored 26. They played really well. Hopefully continue that on in the next game. Hopefully I don't curse him, but I wish him well. Anuj comes down from pub end, bowls good line. Divi plays that well. That's good around cricket. Divi plays well again. So 9 for 7 with two balls to come in the third over. That one stayed a bit low. Hopefully more viewers can come in. I think we've got one watching. Might have been me. As Stevie cots one in the chest. Divi. You know why? Because he used to like always have his hands up. So he's just gotten to the point where he doesn't want to duck. He'll just cop it. Yeah, but it's happened before. Like his glasses broke. He's had contacts. He went through a phase where he's wearing a helmet. Just talking about Divi and his interesting living tactics as Lockie continues. With Danuka leaving that ball. I'm not even playing. Nice beanie. He loves going out, would you? Huh? Every weekend. Straight to Brooklyn, like non-negotiable. Him and Ruzi. As Dukesy leaves another one. Like he's probably just going to be a bit more aggressive here. Danuka's leaving them pretty comfortably. Just got to tighten his line. Picked up ball. Oh, we can't leave until Thivi gets out. That's fair. Great running by Thivi. Great running. So 12 for no loss after 4. Thivi with the pointing game. A bit questionable. He just sprays anyone that he wants to. There's no hierarchy in Thivi's. Absolutely. That's why he's the APL legend in the Minos chat. So Mudge's coming down from the pub in with his. Oh, I know about 3 votes. There's a couple others in contention. We'll talk about it later as Mudge with his pirate hat comes in. Captain Jack Sparrow. It's overrated. Raj is overrated. It's just straight up cheese and more cheese. No, it's not, man. I can go to Coles and get parota and just cook one. No, but these ones suck, man. Overrated. The Indian grocery store near my house. In one turner. There's only one viewer. I think it was me when I was checking to see if there's any comment. Well played by Danuka for 1 run. Yeah, there's only one viewer. One more to come in the 5th over. As Danuka plays that really well. Thivi trying to be a sneaky cat.
Good hustle, Thivi.
Runesy, congrats on the 150.
Oh, thank you.
Think it is. Still second.
Flex Runesy.
Standard Thivi walk to square leg. Doesn't. He's gotten rid of that. And unless he does something stupid, he'll start hitting his head. Good ball by Mark. A change of ball with Lockie off the taking himself off. As that one goes to Runzi. Played his 150th game for Glen Waverley Hawks. So congrats on him. So 1 leg by. So none for 19. 2 to come. Let's see if he plays another good drive. Man, these guys go to the same place every time after game. You can't go wrong with dumplings. It's better than Raju's. 10 times better. Yeah. There's no one there. Don't swear in the stream, mate. Don't swear in the stream. You could put a bit of ice on. As Danuka plays it really well, so... here? No, I'm seeing. Does it hurt through here? Through there?
No.
Like spawns through here?
No. It's
Just
literally
straight through here.
just the tip. Yeah. Straight through. It's like too old for it to be like a growing sign.
As Stevie works that for another 4 runs. Do you go gym at all? Do you go gym at all?
Probably should, eh?
That's one for starters. But like, if it hurts every time, like go home now, and you feel like, and then just isostrow it to prevent. Because the issue is your inflammation will start keep coming up every time you don't.
Push that here. You can feel it break. So, no.
Extend your knee. Extend it. Go again.
No.
I can feel it.
Yeah, no, but like this creak in the
I can feel it. Like the whole.
Like you can push it, you can hear it creak.
So none for 31 after 7 overs. Stevie and Danuka batting real well. So Mark's continuing on from the church end. No, but like, when's the last time you actually iced after a game?
Oh, never.
So you're building up the inflammation every time you don't recover, right? Because your body recovers every so. No, but your duration of recovery extends, right? It gets to the point where you won't know that it's actually still sore, but like physiologically you're going to be sore the next game. That's how it gets worse, right?
No, but surely if it's just bed for ages, it shouldn't hurt, right? Like
Yeah, but
without any trauma.
that's how degeneration occurs because you don't do anything about it, right?
We'll try ice it up.
Every game, just 15-20 for a couple of hours. So TV playing that well. 34 for no loss. 4 overs left in the 8 over. TV on 18, Drew Chugi on 12. So good contest so far.
Oh, like nearly.
None for 37 after with no loss. With another couple 2 runs. 39 with 1 ball coming the 8th over. He actually plays that for 4 runs, so 45 for no loss after 8.2 overs. Divi's out. Well bowled. Good start for Divi. 45 for 1 after 8.5 overs. Sorry, fellas, just had on mute as Ruzi comes in, bowls a short one to Hardy. 68 for 2 with one to come in the 12th over. As Hilsey takes a very clean one. Thanks for your support, Mr. Pulkett. So, Danuka on strike. Gets a couple runs there. Up to 71. For 2 in the 13th over. So, the Beast need to limit their runs. So they're just playing a little bit too wide, too short. And Danuka's set. Artie's well known to just deer bat and ball into the wall, just scamper through for 3 or 4. And I think Papa just needs to make sure he doesn't get too carried away with the short balls and bowling around the wicket. You don't bowl full, and you definitely don't want to be bowling short, giving Artie with. You just got to make sure he's going to get at head height or shoulder height. But as Anuj takes a great catch. Danica batted really well for his 31. 76 for 2. But yeah, I think it was okay there. I think Danuka reached at it, but I'm not too overly convinced with him going around the wicket. But that's from my opinion, though, anyways. But there's a lot more risks involved going around the wicket. You're eliminating, a greater chance of being bowled, especially if you're banging short. You get rid of the LBW chance. Again, you're bowling short. You should be pitching outside leg anyways. So that you know where the ball is predominantly coming from. And good batsmen like Artie and Ricky and Ealsey, even though he's a left-hander. And who else? Ashish. They can work it pretty easily. At that height there, so like if someone set like Ashish on strike, he could easily just work onto the wall, leg side and just scamper through. So yes, he's got a wicket, but it's just a lot of risk involved with it. Bowling at 80 k's an hour is it's okay, but needs to be sharp if you're going to bowl that line. But that's all right. You got a wicket out of that though. So change of bowler. Anuj coming from the church end. Junkman's back on. AK Mudge. So Artie's on strike.
Yeah, all good. Are we on? Hey viewers, Danuka here. Oh, excuse me. White Walker's at 85 for 3 after 14. Amuj coming back into the attack. Very slippery customer. Quick arm action. You got to really be actually, once he starts to run up, I think you got to be pretty switched on because he comes onto the bat obviously quite quickly. And he does sort of swing it both ways, which is pretty handy. Nice shot there by Basher. 4 runs. I think finding the length here is probably the key for SPL. I think, s- especially in cup grade, good 4 there for Basher, is that a lot of the batsmen are quite adept with the full ball. So you got to really try to find that length that sort of is quite straight, I think, and into the body where you can't free your arms up. Um, and of course, the pace bowling. Geez, there's not many pace bowlers, I think, in SPL remaining that can just sort of blast through with pure pace. Probably Sushant's probably the only one I can think of off the top of my head. So it'll be an interesting battle to see, I guess, the pace battery that who are we playing in? This is awkward. The Beales Beasts combat, I guess, combat White Walkers. Artie a massive in for the White Walkers. I think he was certainly missed in the last game when Garni and Sushant and Nitin were running riot. So just adds that class in the middle. And Basher hasn't had many hits actually, so this will be his the most amount of time he's had for a while to bat. I think the White Walkers are gonna probably be aiming for that 130 to 150 mark. Obviously, you got Heels, who's the absolute superstar, all-star batsman of SPL history. So you're going to want to put a decent score on. You've got Anuj as well, and Mark's going to score quick. So you're going to need to be around that 130 plus mark if you want to sort of feel competitive. Let's see what Basher's up to this ball. I reckon it's going to be a dot ball. Ooh, that is a fair nut. Jeez, that was an absolute beauty. Basher looked like he had that one all covered, and I think that just turned away from the bat. Beautifully bowled by Mulch. He's a dangerous bowler. Can rip through a. See you, mate. Rip through a bloody batting lineup very quickly. That was an absolute ripping delivery. Well, that one do Bash. Just missed it. All right. Well, I'm going to talk it up a little bit more. That looked like an absolute perler from Muji. Can take a seat. Score is 99 for 4 after 15 overs. Where will the Walkers end up? It's a little bit of a precarious position now. There's plenty of overs to go, but the White Walkers only got 3 wickets in hand. Ricky coming in and down the order was a little bit tardy to the game and hence promoted himself down the order, which is sign of good captaincy, I think. He's holding himself accountable to tardiness. I think he'd probably get a fine for that too. So which goes into the end of the season trip for the White Walkers. I think the fine balance is looking pretty healthy thanks to myself, and I think Tibby's right up there with a few fines as well. Lockie coming back into attack. Oh, bit of miscommunication by the two. I thought that. I thought it hit I thought the line was 4. Yeah, yeah, hit the tape. Yeah. I guess whilst we're going through this little break, we'll just thank our sponsors, Peregrine Accounting, Anytime Fitness Camberwell, Subway Eat Fresh. Now on, every sub earns you dough, which means a cashback offer, I understand. Terms and conditions apply, of course. Normally that's just one per customer, so let's do the right thing by Subway. What other sponsors we've got? We've got Alpha, obviously sponsoring the whole league, and big thanks to our sponsors. I guess without them, none of us would be here really, and being able to do what we love. So I'm just gonna hand it over to TV for a second.
Can you tell us about the celebration after your first run, Dukesy, and the story behind it?
Yeah, that's a good question, TV. I struggled to make some runs last game. I think it was a 26 ball duck. So I was pretty relieved to get off the mark. And the boys, the White Walkers boys are really supportive and getting behind every run I make, which I really appreciate. It makes me feel good about myself. Good battle this actually. Lockie versus Ricky. Ricky likes to get on with it from ball 1. Lockie's a very clever bowler though, so he'll be changing up his pace. Not to let Ricky get in any rhythm. Yeah, I think Lockie's been quite selfish bowling up the hill. We also know the pace he can generate if he comes down the hill, so he's really relying on his sort of guile, which he's got plenty of, to bowl uphill. And he's tying down the Walkers, and he's got 2.4 overs, none for 8. What will Ricky do next? That will be that's the battle at the moment. Beautiful running there by Ricky. Got over that one nicely. Just going to pass the mic over, if possible, to Runzi. Just get his perspective on the game and his perspective on life as well. And what's getting Runzi by Monday to Friday. Let's get to know a bit of our players a little bit more. I think that's what the viewers want to know, Runzi. Tell us a little about yourself.
I'll be back to answer that question shortly. Have a good evening. Enjoy the cricket.
Well, there you go. Lockie's taken precedence there. He's asked Runzi to come back on the bowl. So maybe not a well-timed question by myself as we were going into a break. Vivek's coming back on. I think he's got 3 for at the moment. So bowled really well. His full name is Papa V Ramji, so I don't know if Vivek is his first name or if Papa is his first name. So maybe that can get cleared up a little bit later on. Yeah, as I was saying, as I was blabbering on, the White Walkers probably going to be looking at that 130 plus score if possible, but getting a momentum shift is probably the key to get that score. It's been neck and neck by both teams. The Beasts really haven't let the White Walkers out of their sight at the moment, which has been a really good tussle actually. Vivek's going to be bowling around the wicket. I think changes his length really well actually. He does like to bowl into the body, but then he's not afraid to bowl that full ball to change it up. That's a nice little down up shot there by Adi for 4 runs. Now let's see what Vivek goes with. Will he change his length up to go a little bit fuller and wider, or will he keep that body line style bowling, which does open himself up to someone that can hit the down up shot, or he's confident enough to play that short ball. Ricky does like playing the short ball, but he's generally more of a straight 6 hitter than a sort of hit it into the sides. Oh, he's proven me wrong. Very nicely played by Ricky. Starting to tick over the scoreboard now as the White Walkers move over to 116 for 4. Oh, it's just hit the wall. It's given it 3 runs off the glove. Beasts have been unlucky. A lot of balls coming off the gloves and just not quite gone to fielders. They've been very stiff actually. 2 balls to go in Ramji's spell. Oh, unlucky there. Arnold, one of the great fielders in SPL. He'll back himself to take that, to be honest, 9 times out of 10. Absolute star in the field. Lucky 6 runs there for the Walkers. Last ball of the 17th over. Wide. +1. Feel like Ricky's just mustered his way. He got the big V8 going and the leg started pumping. He got down the other end. Serious? Oh, bloody Bash has told me that this thing's on mute. I tell you what. That's alright, I've only been in second gear so far with my commentary, so we haven't missed out on too much. Into 17 overs, the White Walkers move to 127 for 4. Runzi back onto the attack. Had the honour of facing him. He's got that many tricks up his sleeve, this bloke. It is very difficult to know what is going to come out of his hand next, so he's really just got to try to play the ball. He's obviously just a quick bowler in his own right, but he's got this ripping slower ball and enough variety that, you're going to find yourself in trouble pretty quickly if you're not trying to rotate the strike. Pretty nice. Full toss there by Runzi. Wouldn't be happy with that one. Artie's just playing as Artie does, flipping the strike over nicely. Smart cricket there by Artie. 4 runs to Artie. Arnold unlucky there. Rick managing to get over that one, which is good. Arnold's not quite hitting the stumps there again. He's a good fielder. I wouldn't be taking him on too many times like that. Oh, he's missed it. Runzi had more time than he thought. That's had no more time than he thought. Flicked it on well. I guess that's some of the pressure that the running game can sort of bring. I guess the fielders think they've got less time than they really have. And that's the advantage, I guess, of taking on the fieldsmen is that you can put them under pressure and you can make them make misfields that they wouldn't generally normally do. Runzi finishes the over. End of 18 overs. The White Walkers move to 143 for 4. Anuj back into the attack. Lockie's got a plethora of options here that he can choose to finish off the innings with. Lots of speed. So, again, I guess when you have this many bowling options, I guess the hardest thing is trying to choose the right option at the right time. Because they all are quite a lot of different bowlers. You've got sort of Runzi that can swing the ball quite rapidly. Anuj that can hit the pitch quite rapidly and got some good cutters. You've got Mudge who's just left arm, brings that left arm variety into it with speed and swing. And you've got Lockie with his height that can generate bounce. So it's just picking the right time to pick the right bowler to the right batsman. I think joining that puzzle together is the key when playing APL.
21 off his over. 21 off his over. Predicting.
Okay, Tivy just wants to go public and call 21 off the over is his prediction. That looks like... Oh, bless me. Sorry, viewers. Oh, I didn't see that one coming. I normally can hold my sneezes in, so apologies, viewers, for that. Which brings me to my, I guess, segue. Make sure you go with Peregrine Accounting, just for those unexpected things like myself, like a sneeze. Make sure you're always ready for your accounting needs. Peregrine Accounting will look after you. Umpire Bagsy just clarifying the 6 runs there. TV's call 21. If we just hold that on the record, I'm sure the minnows are listening to the stream. Shout out to the minnows. I know the Shan wants to... Ooh, there's 12. There's 12. Shan just wanted to call out to any minnows listening that he'd like to make the minnows his second team after the Clayton boys if they ever need players. So made a big impact on him. So again, big support from the minnows boys. I know there's a lot of teams that watch the stream, but again, minnows, we all thank you for your support. That's 15 off the over. Off 4 balls. Tivy's getting excited. And that's 50 for Artie. Another 50 for Artie. Quality batting by him again. He just knows how to time his innings to perfection at the moment. Really seeing the ball well, and he's taking his time at the start of the innings and then choosing the right shot to the right ball at the end of the innings to really maximise, I guess, his scoring potential. How many is that, Tivy? Is that now 18?
18.
There's 18. Now, 3 runs for Tivy to be right. That was gonna be a 4. 4 runs and 22. Tivy, 1 off. What a man. What can he not do? The man is starting to become a doctor. You've finished becoming, you didn't tell me that. Okay, I'll come to the graduation. Finished being a doctor. Bloody, one of the great cover drivers of SPL. Can play through the line like the best. Great death bowler. Great in the field, great team man, can predict scores. I'm not sure if he is. I'll ask him. Are you single at the moment or what? You're taken? And let me just say, a lot of the girls in the crowd have just gasped in despair, knowing that Tivy's not taken. But I'm sure he's happily settled down, and that's what we want. It's something we really promote in APL. He looks better with his glasses on in some of the feedback coming from the crowd. It promotes happiness and love, and that's what Tivy, I think, really professes, especially when he's batting. Ooh, nicely bowled by Lockie. That was an absolute rip snorter bouncer off a length. As I've been blabbering on again, apologies. Score has moved on to... 169 for 4. With that 4 runs, the score moves to 173. White Walkers again really pulling away at the end. If you really watch their batting closely though, there hasn't, apart from maybe those a few sixes by Ardy and Anuja's over, it's really just been hitting the sidewalls and playing pretty simple cricket. Um, they've really been adept at playing that ball to his playing that shot, the sidewalls to a plum. 2 balls to go. I think this will be a change-up ball by Lockie. Oh, unlucky again for the Beast. Ricky's been hitting a lot of balls up in the air. It just haven't been finding the fieldsman. Hills has stayed as keeper, which I guess when you've got such a good keeper like that, it's a real bonus. And that's 6 to finish the innings as the White Walkers finish on 187 for 4. Artie finishes on 69 not outs. Ricky on 36. And some solid contributions all around the board. What I'm just going to do is put us back on mute as we go into the break. Again, many thanks to our sponsors, Anytime Fitness, Peregrine Accounting, Subway, Fresh, and Alpha, as well as the House of Golf. If you're looking for a good pitching wedge, a good 9-iron, a good driver, definitely encourage you to get down there. They'll look after you, and there's some great locations all around the nation if you need to be looked after. All right, God bless, good luck, and you'll get some commentating on the next innings. Back here again. Shit, I hope I'm on. Just gonna confirm with the boss, skipper Ricky. Hey Rick, am I on? Yeah, now I'm on. Thanks, Rick. I was already on. He knows everything, Rick. That's why he's the skipper. Good start by the White Walkers, 27 for 2. Been a bit of a mixed bag with the fielding. Two drop catches by myself, one by me, one by Tix, but we've sort of redeemed ourselves. Managed to get a catch again. Um, Ron bowling is third and last, or fourth and last. Healsey, obviously a huge wicket here, can bat long and can really make quite a big score quite quickly. New ball's being used today, so the ball's really pinging around. It's swinging a lot as well. Okay. I think the key here for the base is just to try just arrest some momentum and then just start knocking it around where possible. They've got off to a good start, the Walkers, but as anything is possible, the way the ball is pinging off the bat, I think it is quite easy to score quickly once you're in. So the key is just to get through, I guess, that first 10, 12 balls, and then I think scoring will become relatively easy. Ricky just giving some instructions to Rom. If you do understand Sinhalese, he's essentially just saying bowl at the feet, which he has done. But hasn't quite worked out. Good over this for the Beasts. I think they've got at least 8 to 10 off. So now the momentum just starting to switch into their favour. Wouldn't have liked losing those early wickets, but as long as they keep scoring and keeping that scoreboard ticking over, I think they're always going to be in this game. Still got Mudge, still got Vivek, still got Rinzi and Lockie who can all bat, so this game's well and truly on. Rom is going to be trying to finish off quite well here. He doesn't really have any weaknesses as a batsman, so you've really got to bowl disciplined and hope to keep him off. I'm just going to hop back on the field. I'm going to swap over with somebody. I'm going to see if one of the Beast Boys wants to take over. Do one of you guys want to take over? Okay.
That's what it was. Yeah, I'll put it right here.
Yeah, that's right. Great game, by the way, guys. That's all right, mate. Yeah, credit to Ricky and Artie and the boys. Great performance. 180 is probably the top scorer of the season so far. Yeah, picking their balls, very low risk for the first 10 overs. So yeah, probably.
And very hard to stop their running when they get going.
Yeah, it looks that way.
All right, well, good luck in the next game. All the best. Yep. And skipper Ricky, come on, big fella. Now we saw you using yourself as a side screen there, and is that a new tactic that the Woolrichers are adopting?
Actually, I was bloody tired. I didn't want to move, so I just stood there.
Well, it was very effective, Ricky. 8 and 1. All right. Are you going back after the Vikings again?
Well, most likely we'll be facing the Vikings because I think we're locked in our second or first spot. So we're looking to play them probably in the first final, but they've got a couple of people out, so might be to our advantage.
So did I hear the finals word?
The finals? What about the finals?
Did you mention the finals?
Oh, yeah, definitely did.
All right. You want to make any big statements while you're out here, Ricky, or?
No. I'll give them off the man of the match at the moment.
All right. Man of the match tonight, of course, goes to Artie for a fantastic innings. How about it, mate? You're in superb form at the moment.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks since I played APL, but I think the boys set it up at the start. Like I was saying, Dukes and Stevie batted really well. They got through Lockie's first 2 overs, and so it made it a bit easier for me. So, yeah, credit goes to those guys as well.
I see that you're batting very deep in the crease. What are your sort of thoughts on that?
They've got a lot of good bowlers. I remember I was talking to you when you were up there. Got a lot of guys that get the ball to go skid through, so it just gives me a bit more time against those guys. So just credit to their bowling lineup as well. So I'm surprised they haven't won as many games because they're such a quality bowling side. So I'm sure it's just a matter of time until they bounce back and get a few wins.
All right, special mention to Hillsy. Good innings. How about it? And brilliant fielding from Dukes. So,
Thanks, mate.
well done, boys.
Thanks, mate.